Chase Huliaki with the blue futon. And out of the box or out of the wall, whatever you want to call it, we have Moana in 3D. So you know what that means. I'm getting those 3D glasses on and watching Moana in 3D. It's my first time watching it? Absolutely. So let's see what I think of this Disney film. So Moana, what's it about? Well, it's about a teenager who really wants to go on the water, but the island folk and her parents are like, no, you're staying on this island. Except maybe the grandma. The grandma's like, I think you need to go out there in the ocean. And she goes out in the ocean because, you know what? Something's wrong with the island. Stuff is dying. They can't grow crops. So she's like, you know what? I need to find this demigod and make sure we can put this little stone back on this island and have everything flourish again. But can she find the demigod? How does she have this power of the ocean? And is there going to be someone very bad out there trying to kill them all? So with Moana, did I like this movie? Actually, I was kind of disappointed with this movie, guys. Oh my gosh, I was disappointed. I mean, is it fun to watch? Is it absolutely gorgeous to look at? Absolutely. But something about this movie, it just felt flat for me. So I'll just go with some of the positives about this movie. We'll go talk about 3D first. 3D looks great. And that goes along with the animation as well as how the ocean and water looks. It absolutely is fantastic looking. 3D pops, it's smooth, it's crisp. You have some good layers of depth with this movie. So you're like, you know what? But that's the thing with cartoons though. They always look good in 3D. Like there's not one that looks bad in my opinion. The best one is still Legend of the Guardian, which looks absolutely phenomenal in 3D. But Moana looks absolutely good in 3D, and I'll give it that. So let's go with some positives with this movie. It's a good story. The animation, though, I just watched Raya and the Last Dragon. Moana came out in 2016. This is a much better looking film than Raya. Maybe it's because of the pandemic and Raya, they had to work at home, and Moana, they're in their studio. That might be it. But oh my gosh, the water effects in this movie are fantastic. I mean, fantastical. We're gonna add a coal to it because it is that good of animation in this movie. The voice acting is also great, except for The Rock when he sings a little bit. I was like, oh, what's going on right there? But, I mean, it is a Disney movie. You know what's going to happen. Danger, peril, a weird, sidekick on the boat that's going to be, an animal. Is it chicken? And I think that was a fault. I think you should have done the pig instead of the chicken. But anyway, let's go with that. But anyways, it's a Disney movie. You're going to like it or you're not. And I think it's one of the ones that's kind of in the middle of the road. What I didn't like about it is some of the musical score, and that is a huge fault with a movie like this where it wants to jump into song like that. Like I said, when The Rock sang, I was like, okay. There's a huge crab monster song. I didn't like it, but it actually is one of the more catchier ones because it switches tune from the chorus to the everything else. So you're like, oh, okay, that's kind of catchy actually. But some songs did not need to be in this film. It felt like almost a Frozen kind of way where it just like randomly breaks into song, which is like okay. And there is a Frozen Easter egg in this movie because with the demigod, the Rock's character, he could transform into different characters. And that is another fault. If you could transform into different characters, you're a freaking bug, a lizard, a bird, a shark boy, shark boy and lava girl. Oh my god, this is Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I don't know if I meant to do it, but Robert Rodriguez, when you watch Moana, because this is Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Unbelievable. Anyway, and he could go into a humpback whale. And I'm thinking, The Rock, you could transform into any animal. And these are the ones you're doing? Demigod? Like, come on, you gotta choose some a little bit better ones. And then the very end climatic of Lava Girl is kind of like, oh, okay. It's not a lot of, ugh. And I think that's the problem with some of these Disney movies nowadays, like Raya and the Last Dragon, and this one. It has a good story, and when it gets to the climax, it's nothing like, oh my gosh, there's no like, oh no, don't do it. It's kind of a bummer because with this, I was hoping a little bit more of just like, edginess to it, and this one didn't have the edge. I guess no edge is gonna come close to How to Train Your Dragon, the first one, because that edginess of that movie blows a lot of things away. And that movie should have won Best Picture for animated film, but it didn't. But that was like in 2007, 2008, in that time. No, that was more of like maybe 2012. What am I smoking? Anyway, Moana, it looks great. It's some great voice acting, and it's a good story. But some of the songs, when it goes into the song, I was like, that one doesn't work. That one doesn't work. A little bit less songs with this one. And this one, I just expected a little bit more edge. But no, the Polynesian culture is absolutely fantastic to look at and get to know more of, because it was a fun to watch. It's like, I feel like The Rock wanted to make this one and Hobbs and Shaw close to each other with the Polynesian culture. But anyway, Moana, it's a fun watch. I was a little disappointed with it. I was expecting just a little bit more oomph to it. But man, the animation, gorgeous to look at. So Moana will receive a 3.5 out of 5 with Futons equals at 70%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics a 95% with 282 of them, and the audience score an 89% with 50,000 of them. And here's critic consensus: with a title character as three-dimensional as its lush animation and a story that adds fresh depth to Disney's tested formula, Moana is truly a family-friendly adventure for the ages. So yeah, I'm giving it a 70%. I'm thinking, looking at this and Raya, I think Raya is just a tad bit better, because I feel like that risk at the very end of sacrifice is just a little bit more oof to it than this one. But anyway, it's still a fun movie to watch. It's still a quick hour and 40 minutes that goes by like that. But like I said, for some reason, I was expecting a little bit more risk. That's all I'm going to say, more risk. So anyway, do you agree with that 95%? The 89 are my 70. Chase Young, the Boo Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Another thing's Booftopia. You Booftonians. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Peace and love. Peace and love. Everyone, just be good to each other. I promise you, the world will be a greater place. Great, more great, whatever. Just keep that thumb up.